What can you stand for that's beyond your success? In the mid-1990s, Nike stopped selling shoes. They stopped selling shoes and started selling a vision. They stopped talking about what went into a pair of trainers and started talking about what went into being a champion by saying things like, too often we are scared. Scared of what we might not be able to do. Scared of what people might think if we tried. We let our fears stand in the way of our hopes. We say no when we want to say yes. We sit quietly when we want to scream, and we shout with the others when we should keep our mouths shut. Why? After all, we do only go around once. There's really no time to be afraid. So stop. Try something you've never tried. Risk it. Enter a triathlon. Write a letter to the editor. Demand a raise. Call the winners on the toughest court. Throw away your television. Bicycle across the United States. Try bobsledding. Try anything. Speak out against a designated hitter. Travel to a country where you don't speak the language. Patent something. Call her. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Just do it. Nike doesn't sell shoes. Nike sells the heroism of participation. The heroism of participation. So what is it that you're really selling? I'd like to suggest that what you're selling is stories. You're selling stories. Stories are the thing that create our culture, not the other way around. Our culture is created by the stories that we tell and the stories that we share. And the interesting thing is, this is an industry that's great at telling other people's stories, but just okay at telling their own stories. What goes on backstage? What are the stories that happen with the actors, with the curators? Those are the stories I want to hear about. Let me give you an example. One of the brands that I worked with over the years was IMAX. And I worked on the film Everest for them. And when we launched Everest, it was the most successful IMAX film ever launched. It was the only film that IMAX had released that competed with the commercial box office and in fact kicked its ass. Incredibly powerful. And it was a powerful campaign because we told not the story of the film, because, look, it's an interesting film, but it's basically a lot of snow and heavy breathing and not in a sexy Swedish way. But that's what the film story is. We told the story that was going on behind the film. We went and interviewed the filmmakers and told their story. They told us things like, when you're up on Everest, the air is so thin that you can only say 4 words at a time. So we told stories like this. Choose your dying words carefully. You'll only get 4. We told a story about what will your dying words be? Love, you, good, bye. This was a mistake. But that's the story we told. We told the story behind the film. We told the story of the filmmakers and the heroism of what they were doing. And it was incredibly engaging. Stories sell. Stories are powerful.